Joe, and today we will be talking about dinosaurs. Josh, what is it? Kevin, the Dinocus. I thought you were talking about how the sequel Star Wars sequel trilogy has no plan. Oh yeah. Anyways, what I was trying to, I forgot I was doing that. Kevin, thanks for the tip. Thanks for pooping. Well, so recently in an interview with JJ Dummies, aka JJ Abrams, who directed the 2 out of the 3 movies in the Star Wars sequel trilogy, aka one of the probably the worst thing to ever happen. No, they're worse, but aka probably easily the worst Star Wars trilogy. And I will defend the prequels till I am dead. But so recently, JJ Abrams was in an interview, and basically he just rambles on and on about the sequel trilogy and everything until he says it would have been better if the sequel trilogy had a plan. What the hell? That's not how you make a goddamn movie. You don't just what? So you never had a plan? I'm pretty sure anyone knows that when you make a movie, you have to plan it out, especially if you're making a franchise especially if you're making a conclusion to a franchise that is like one of the most popular ever. And I looked it up, and if Star Wars was sold for $4 billion, it would be worth more than a domestic product gross of Bhutan. Seriously, look it up. If you're running a company like a brand like that, I think maybe you should have a plan. Actually, yeah, you should. I'm pretty sure everyone figures out. The Force Awakens, was actually I really like Force Awakens, but it has no originality. It just feels like a rehash of A New Hope. But there's a little bit of a twist because J.J. Abrams isn't creative at all. And then Last Jedi was a piece of shit. Yeah, it was so bad, and that started the whole thing of the sequels are ass, and I know that video that I made where I threw the Last Jedi DVD in the garbage would have been more relevant 3 years ago, but what? Misanthropony made a 3-hour review revisiting the Last Jedi, and actually I think you should watch that. But don't watch the whole 3 hours. I think you should split that in different times because nobody has the time to watch a 3.5-hour long video. But so, and then in the Rise of Skywalker, which I forgot to say, and then the Last Jedi, they switched directors from JJ Abrams to Rian Johnson. They just give him full creative control. If you don't know what that means, they basically just gave him they just told him, hey, you're directing a new Star Wars movie. Do whatever the hell you want. And you just do whatever you want. Kills off Snoke despite, I don't know, he was built up to be this really menacing guy. Turn Luke into a stupid hobo, drink tit milk, then save the galaxy from from a elephant seal that stayed in Chernobyl too long. One to say is, drinking milk from that thing that I just mentioned, aka Thalasiren, which nobody knows that. And also made some of so many dumb things that were just watch the Misanthropony review, and also shout out to him. That was a really great revisiting review. And anyways, and then on the Rise of Skywalker, they just think that, hey, let's just retcon The Last Jedi. That will magically fix things. No, it doesn't. It's still a disaster. And it was probably worse. Actually, no, it was probably not worse for The Last Jedi. It was, I don't know. So, the sequels just felt like they didn't follow a certain arc like the other 2 trilogies did. I mean, sure, George Lucas had full creative control of the prequels, but he had his plan. He knew what he was, doing. He had his plan. He knew where to take these characters despite being controversial, the prequels may be. But anyways, and also I forgot to say, the original trilogy, The Empire Strikes Back and Return of the Jedi, were directed by different people, but which was Irving Kershner and Richard Manquire, however you pronounce it. But they didn't just tell them to do whatever the hell they wanted. They had to follow rules that George Lucas set up. And compare to the sequel trilogy. Anyways, what I was saying, I know I'm rambling much, and I don't know what to say because I don't know. But I'm trying to say is that the sequel trilogy didn't feel connected. I think I'm repeating myself. I think the sequel, and like it kind of felt like that. Like first it goes from Rey is nobody to then she's Palpatine's granddaughter. What? And that like there's no, and then like Palpatine comes back. Just like was there any like signs that Rey was Palpatine's granddaughter? And speaking of that, the actress Daisy Ridley in September literally said they didn't know who Rey was until the last movie. She said first Obi-Wan, then nobody, then Palpatine, then JJ Abrams was like, oh, we're not sure because I don't know what I'm doing. Yeah, and then I'm pretty sure they didn't even know what to do with Kylo's character. But I really like Kylo Ren, but there are still some flaws in them because I don't know. I just don't. Like I'm pretty sure there were other actors that said that the sequels had no plan, and I'm pretty sure they're lying if they're saying that this was planned from the start. And some other things about some plot holes in sequels. If the lightsaber was calling, why would the lightsaber call to Rey despite she's Palpatine's granddaughter? What do those visions mean? I don't think they mean shit. Also, that weird cave where Rey sees a billion of her didn't mean shit too. Because they just didn't know what to do with the story. And also that dyad in the Force. They just name drop it and never mention it again. And I will not be surprised if the sequels are just totally removed from canon because they suck.